Salutations, viewers. My name is GameDame, and welcome back to another one of GameDame Reacts. So, Halo is one of my all-time favorite franchises, especially my favorite first-person shooter, mainly when Bungie did it. 343 has not done a terrible job, but it's not my favorite so far. So, I am having expectations, not high expectations for Halo Infinite, but I was also told that it's not going to be the biggest Halo game in the series like they've hyped up the previous two. So, I mean, all we can do is just wait and see, especially with this game overview trailer. So, without further ado, let's watch the game overview trailer for Halo Infinite.
Excited to have Tom, Alex, and Quinn. I am so excited to have Tom, Alex, and Quinn from 343 Industries. Gentlemen,
all right, that Halo jacket's pretty fucking tight.
Now, I've watched this multiplayer trailer
numerous
times. And I want to see some specific moments from it so we can break it down. So can we roll the trailer to 15 seconds in and let's talk about a new character.
A new day is upon us. A new generation built to fight.
Yes.
Together,
always will be.
Unstoppable. Are you ready?
All right, now who is this character? She looks like she's in charge.
Your
senses
are right there. She's very much in charge. That's Commander Lorette. She's in charge of the Spartan Academy, which is the kind of contextual wrapper that the whole multiplayer universe lives in. She is basically training the new generation of Spartans to, become better, and that's really where everything wraps around. I really love this character, and then what's cool is not only is it kind of the contextual wrapper for the game, but it's also we have a whole suite of academy features, we call them, where there's a tutorial that teaches the players the fundamental basics of the game. There's weapon drills that let you practice with every weapon that exists in the game and improve your skills with those. And then there's a whole thing we call training mode, which lets you play against bots on any map, basically, in the game, and lets you experiment with the toys and kind of learn the flows of everything. So we really want to bring players on board with the game, and again, under her orders and her charge.
Now, I want to go to 50 seconds in the trailer because there was a lot of action going on.
Oh, yeah, always is a lot of action. Fucking shotgun, man. That was sick. The multiplayer is going to be sick. I know that for a fact. Bless. Sorry. Fuck. Killing spree.
Now, you may have noticed I sat up in my chair a little bit on that one because there was a lot going on there. So please, if you can break that down, let me know what we were seeing.
There's a lot to break down. I don't know if we got enough time to get all the way into it.
Seriously, his jacket is sick.
Some of the things that I really love when I look at that trailer is that first sequence where they have the Bulldog shotgun, they're running through, shotgunning enemies. They grab the commando off the rack, put some shots in, low sensor. Like, there's all sorts of different things that the player is interacting with, and that's the sandbox. That's what we call the sandbox, the toys that is at the disposal for our players' hands. And we just really love that moment in the trailer where they have the grapple shot, they look up, grapple the ceiling, and then in midair, no scope snipe an enemy,
course.
Come all the way down, back whack a foe, and then the rest is history as you just see what happened in that trailer. But that's just
fucking jacket.
Some of the stuff that players can do, and that's actually the game. That's not just a movie for cinema.
Obviously,
that is the game. That if players are good enough, put in time, they can actually do the things that you see in that trailer.
Yeah, and few things are more important to Halo multiplayer than like interacting with the sandbox and combining it, picking it up off the map and combining it into awesome play styles. So what we did was every sandbox item in the game, when it spawns, it's spawning on an object in the map, so you can see where those things can be found. And then it also tells you the respawn time of that item, when it's going to come back. And you always know, I can go grab that commando over at this spot like that guy did. So, and then when the players, accrue all those awesome items and do awesome things, you heard the return of Jeff Steitzer, the multiplayer announcer, shouting out medals. So we always want to give players medals when they do really cool things. So you heard some there, and you'll hear some later on in the trailer.
Oh, that's awesome. See, when I watch
it, is awesome. That's
Halo.
Yeah,
that's Halo to me. I absolutely love it.
It is pretty cool.
Let's skip ahead a little bit more into the trailer to 57 seconds. I heard a voice, so I want to know what this voice is. Let's see it.
Hello, let's do some damage.
Yeah, so that is the player's personal AI. So in Halo 5, there was a squad leader that announced,
Yes.
when weapons are going to come up,
Yes.
and other things going on in the match. And in Infinite, we have the player, like Chief has Cortana, they have a personal AI in their helmet that is kind of telling them these things. And it's also another way that players can show their personality in their characters. So there's multiple personalities and characters for the player to choose, so that the right AI is in their helmet, helping them out in combat.
I want to skip ahead a little further here because I think I might have saw Big Team Battle. So let's go to a minute 40.
Hey, BTB. That grapple is so sick, though.
Claim the enemy flag. Return it to base. Ordnance drop inbound.
Ordnance drop inbound. That was such a cool shot, too, getting inside the Banshee.
The flag is ours. Please call at your earliest convenience.
That looked like Big Team Battle to me. What's coming new? What are we going to do in Big Team Battle in Infinite?
I mean, it's not even just that. I mean, it actually opens with actually a 4v4 with a vehicles map called Behemoth at the beginning. So we actually are bringing vehicles back into the 4v4 arena. But then, yes, it definitely transitions into the 12v12 actually BTB part of the game, where we're actually making it a bigger team battle this time. Really wanting to index into the battle fantasy with the more
bigger
players.
team battle.
Instead of like vehicles just spawning around the map, we have pelicans drop them off. We have ordnance pods that drop in new weapons. And inside of that whole time, you have the battle commander, Lorette, talking in your ear, giving you orders and trying to kind of encourage you to play around, but really just bringing the whole sandbox and the play style around this whole battle experience that we're building.
Yeah,
Which is
Tom
awesome.
brings up some good points there of Commander Lorette, and this you've got your commander on the comms, and then you've got the Pelicans dropping vehicles and items off. You got drop pods, everything. It just is like this theater of war that this time around it is this 12v12 bigger team battle, if you will. And just that ending segment, which is like a capture the flag match, is just so beautiful and awesome, where you've got the Pelican drop the Banshee off, teams fight over it. You and your teammate are just making a beeline for the Banshee. Your teammate gets picked off by the sniper, and you're like, oh no, and then you get the skewer, take that sniper out, jump into the Banshee, and you hit the jets and fly up into the sky and go for the enemy flag. That to us is what is so exciting
That's Halo.
about this version of Big Team Battle, with all of the toys, all the vehicles, the modes coming back, the maps, the brand new maps that you see there. I mean, it's going to be an amazing experience.
Yeah, trust me, I cannot wait to get my hands on it for myself. But let's move on.
You mean both, baby.
I want to go to 208 in the trailer because I think I saw a samurai. So let's check that out. Let's go to 208 in the trailer.
Big saw samurai. You saw samurai, my friend.
Now, show me what
Yes.
you can do.
That was probably my favorite part of the trailer, right there.
Okay. So I guess next would be a ninja, because that was definitely a samurai. So kind of talk about that. So we're going to start seeing some more customization with the armor coming in.
Yeah, I mean, that is a samurai Spartan armor. Yeah. And so it'll be an armor you'll be able to unlock for free in the first season, which is super cool. Players will be able to equip it, gain more armor pieces and customization options for it, et cetera, across the season. And then we actually have more of this stuff kind of coming down the line. There's actually some really cool ideas that we're seeing in that our team that's building that stuff. So there'll be a lot of other cool armors besides just the really core Halo Spartan armors. There'll be some other different kind of twists and things for players to play with.
Awesome. Look, now before we get out of here, first of all, I want to thank all of you for being here
This was
to
a
talk
pretty
about
good
Halo Infinite.
game overview.
I'm excited. I can't wait to get my hands on it and play it.
He's so excited. I love it.
Before we do leave, is there anything else that you want to bring up and let fans out there know about?
Well, I'm excited for people to actually get their hands on it, like yourself. So, I mean, if people sign up on our Halo's Insiders program, we have in the summer, we have a technical preview that we're going to be launching, and so people to finally put their hands on the sticks. And I'm just really excited for players to actually finally get to play the game we're working on.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and then on launch day, Halo Infinite Multiplayer is free to play, which is new to the franchise.
As
the
it
team
should
is super
be.
excited to hopefully
Should
bring
always
in,
be free.
you know, all sorts of fans that have potentially never experienced the franchise or haven't played it in a long time to just try it out. Come in and try it out with your friends.
Me, with my buddies, if I have some friends out there that haven't played Halo before, I'm like, well, it's free. Just come on. Let's jump in, download it. Let's check it out. And if it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, then hey, it's not. But kind of think it'll be for you. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, that's the other big key of that point is PC, right? Like this is a PC game as well. We've been putting a lot of effort into that. So not only is it going to be console, but also PC, free to play. Like the barrier to entry is so low, and that has us excited. And I think as we really just to really think about it, is we've been working on this game, and as developers, when you work on a game, you want to get that game out there, and that almost seems like for us that's the finish line, but in reality, it's going to be the starting line for all of us, for us and the Halo fans. Day one, there's going to be a bunch of content there and things that are exciting and good, but then we're going to add more content. We're going to add more maps. We're going to add more modes and weapons and vehicles, equipment items. And it's just the beginning of this whole journey that we've been on for a while, and we're going to take everyone else with us as the game comes out.
I'm excited. Gentlemen, again, thank you so much. Now, for fans who want to learn even more about Halo Infinite Multiplayer, check out the brand new deep dive video with the whole multiplayer team over on HaloWaypoint.com.
All right, so lots to digest there. First off, my biggest quarrel with just gaming companies these days is that it's a feature. It's free to play. It's multiplayer with a huge campaign should already be free to play, multiplayer wise. It doesn't matter if you have a game and you have a campaign and you don't have multiplayer just yet, but you plan to implement it, it should be free no matter what. So I don't like the fact how game companies always like, oh my god, it's free to play. It's like that should already be fucking in there. That's my biggest quarrel. Not that I'm not going to make it about that though, because I could go off on it, but I do think this is probably going to be 343 Studios like biggest Halo game that they've put out, because I liked 4 over 5. I was not really impressed with the stories overall, but I mean 4 definitely brought it in, like new company, new franchise, and the music was still solid. I mean the music throughout the Halo games are all solid. They're all amazing, even with 4 and 5. But the gameplay looks pretty good. I know there was a quarrel with graphics amongst all of the players pretty much. They said it looked like it was like kind of like a step back instead of it being a step forward. But I mean, we've seen the gameplay and we didn't actually get to see him play it just yet. So that is something I'll hold my tongue on until we actually physically get the game. There was something, I did like the AI option. I thought that was really, really cool. I wonder if you'd be able to change the voice, if you can customize the AI as much as you can customize your armor, as like what they said, the samurai armor, because I know they had that in previous games, like the sword on your back and everything, which I thought was cool. But now it looks like everything is going to be just as, or even more so, customizable for your own Spartan. I do love the new main person. She looks so fucking badass. I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but she's the one that's in charge of the academy, and she looks fucking she looks tough and ready to go, and I would love to be led by her. I think overall it looks pretty solid. They really elaborated on it, and like I love how the guy was just like, I'm so excited. But here at 2.08, can we talk about this? So obviously he had to do that for a certain reason. I do love how they're bringing back the Warthog in 4v4, and big team battle is now going to be bigger team battle, as he explained, with everything they're going to be including. So this looks like it's going to be pretty solid multiplayer wise. The only thing I want to know is, mainly because I'm a campaign person, I love campaigns, but I mean this is going to get me back into multiplayer. I don't play multiplayer often anymore. The only time I ever do is like League of Legends or TFT or something like that, just because I'm so story oriented, and like there's not always like a lot of great multiplayer games that I can replay often anymore as much as I used to, because I would play Halo multiplayer all the time, coming home from school with my friends on Halo 3, Halo Reach, which is my favorite, which is a big controversy with a lot of people. I thought Halo Reach is one of the best Halo games out there. Halo 1 and 2 are obviously up there too, and Halo 3 is a masterpiece. It was a tough decision. I'll make a video on it one day explaining to you guys why I chose what. But You guys got to let me know in the comments down below what your hopes are for Halo Infinite and what your favorite Halo game was in the comments down below. But that is all the time I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I highly appreciate your time as always. But please do not forget to subscribe and or follow not only to my YouTube, but to my Twitch. You guys know where my YouTube is at. But you can find my Twitch at twitch.tv/thegamedame. Thanks guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.